went out last week. Nasinu Secondary School. Matthew Matalau comes in. Switch for the Locks. Tomasi Ioani Vivila moves to number 4 and 5 for Noah Nawangandua. Benjamin Nadiva is the new man on the bench. And also, Uliano Randrondro comes in. Last minute change for David Dikoenavuli, who is out. Nasinu has achieved an impressive milestone by reaching the national finals for 2 successive years, demonstrating consistent excellence and resilience. Likewise, Lelean, this team has made its mark by featuring in back-to-back finals, first in the under-16 and the under-17 last year, showcasing a strong tradition of competitive spirit despite narrowly missing the title on both occasions. While Lelean enters this semi-final undefeated, underscoring their dominant form throughout the season, Nasinu earned their place as runners-up from the southern region and highlighting the depth and also diversity of talent competing at this level. Both teams have proven themselves worthy semi-finalists, promising an engaging and fiercely contested encounter that fans and supporters eagerly anticipate.
What a moment.
Saumi lead Eli Serukalo.
The rain is opened up here and it's pouring outside, so it's gonna be quite difficult, the conditions. It's windy, it's cold, and also it's raining. So a lot of strategy will be needed from both these two teams.
Mateo Otawake gets it in there. Peeling off is Mbose Nangali, the number 8. They take it through again, Nasinu. This time the skipper Tuivanga thrown into touch. You know, one of Lelean's best this season is their defense. They are very good defensive side. They've come through unbeaten so far this season. So it'll take a lot to try and squeeze things out of their tank. Tangi Vakimbao under pressure, the Lelean hooker. Nasinu came out with a close win over Duvu last week.
Early opportunities will definitely matter for both these two, capitalizing on the chances and making use of it. And Nasinu, now they find themselves with a chance for a set-piece play from positional play right on the 5-meter on the scrum feed-in.
So Nasinu have another opportunity. You know, for every team, it's always good to start well. Nasinu have 2 opportunities here. They are on the right side of the field. Lelean again. Defending their line well. Nowhere to go there for Nasinu. The slide drizzle will make the surface wet and make it difficult as well. Especially for those big forwards who will come in and try those big carries. The ball comes out on the side door for Nasinu. Nasinu. This is Mateo Tawake. Again, working well in defense. Lelean. Now they get it out to Tawake once again. Well read at the back. And they break out Lelean. Navukitu with a good read on that occasion. Nasinu comes back. The big shoulder gets in there on Noah Nawangandrua. Mateo Tawake goes looking for it. Lelean wins the collision battle. And that's what I've said. Their defense is top-notch this season.
And they've got that possession quite easily. Unforced error. And it was for Nasinu to use instead. When they had the momentum going, they kicked the possession straight into enemy hands. And Lelean, if anything, are relieved that they got that possession.
Nasinu, they've got the wind behind them. Pretty difficult first half here for Lelean, but game management will be key for both these teams. Look at, it's not the fault of Aseri Tangizakimbao. This is the strong breeze that's blowing across Lauthala, just making it difficult there. You saw how the ball floated in the air, away from its mark and the intended target. So Nasinu, how can they utilize this wind that's behind them? Mateo Tawake. Gets it out. Masilava, shot one, and lost through by Ono Rio, the inside center. Last week, Nasinu was exposed in the midfield by the Thubu College inside and outside centers.
The rushing defense from Lelean certainly not allowing Nasinu to make any move. They've gotten straight in the faces of Nasinu from the get-go and forcing that error.
This is more than just a match. It is a testament to dedication and teamwork and the pursuit of sporting excellence. Set piece from Lelean. Luke Rusongoli gets it downfield, and of course he's got the wind behind him, so they can use it to their advantage. But on their occasion, it's gone too far, and this is what Lelean wants.
Definitely, just considering just moments ago, they were defending at their own 5 meter. We mentioned about the defensive strategy that Lelean has. We've seen them come through the Eastern and also the eliminations, and here they are. This is a very defensive team. If you do not use the opportunities, Lelean will punish.
Lelean, our first look at them in their green zone. Isimel Indavu. Besides against the short side there, Daunitutu. Now they get it out. Trying to go through Tokula. He's lost it there on the floor. But the referee says no. It's a penalty against Nasinu. What will be the call here from Lelean? Will they take the shot?
Whichever of these two teams adjusts well with the elements and the weather certainly will have the upper hand, and right now it is Lelean that is settling first in this game with 8 minutes gone. Nilo.
Well, Nasinu got their chances in the first 3 minutes. 2 chances really. 5 meters out from the Lelean line, but the Lelean defense stood out, and this time Lelean on attack. Ball comes out. Bola Koro gets it out to Tokula. Navukitu. Referee says that's okay. Still not out of the woods yet, Nasinu. Listen to the referee, telling them to wait. And that's a pretty good touch finder under pressure. That's a good clearing kick for Nasinu. Out it comes, Nasinu. Charging through. That's Mbose Nangali. Masilada gets it downtown. Jimmy Masilada, the fly half. This is Navukitu, runs away from one. And butchers it as well. So this kid, Masilada, from Navolau, Raki Ra, joined Lelean this year from Nakasi High School. Playing at fullback. He's not the only one who joined Lelean this year from Nakasi. The lock, Joseph Falemaka, also joined the team this year from Nakasi High.
Masilada had a very strong game last week, and whether he can build that today under these kind of rainy conditions.
Okay, it's all good, says the referee, Matthew Matalau, this time for Nasinu. Look at the rushing defense. They get the ball off the floor, and here they go. Daulali scored a try last week. Gets it off the deck. Choti Wangani Kaulotu. They start another attacking onslaught here. Nasinu. Oh, that's gone forward from Iowani Tosivi Villa. Right in front of referee David Vosalevu. Well, the conditions will make it difficult as well, isn't it?
Yes, and the skies are opened up here. It's not just raining, it's windy, and the conditions are heavy out there. So any game plan and strategy that they have, it's gonna be tested. It's gonna require double the effort. Last week at Garvey Park in Tavwood, the conditions were dry, it was perfect, it was awesome for open-ended rugby. Under the conditions here, it's under heavy rain. Definitely both sides will be tested.
Off it goes for Lelean. They get it off again. Here's the skipper, driven back. Good defensive work again by Lelean. Look at that from the prop. Chekope Makasiale coming in, and they've gone backwards instead of forward now, Nasinu. So they'll need the big game from Masilada, especially in situations as such, because the rushing defense is coming up quickly, so he needs to be creative with how he runs the show for Nasinu here. Maika Tuvanga. On the short side, was that forward? No, play on. Nasinu is on the loose. They need support. Chochi Wangani Kaulotu. Still going, Nasinu. 3 meters out now. Momentum is with Nasinu. They try to recycle it quickly. It was lost there on the ground from Lelean. opportunities there for both sides, isn't it?
Definitely. And Nasinu, under Masilada, we saw last week, he is an inspirational leader who just leads from the front, does not panic, and calms his entire lineup. So Masilada is a very good captain, especially under pressure. Right now, they're playing not just against the opposition, but also against the conditions.
Tawaki. Heavy downpour here in Suva. They go to the short side. Tawaki is pinned. The defense comes up quickly again. Another opportunity here for Nasinu. They tap and go, Nasinu. Oh, they just need to keep it close. Look at that. It's been turned over by Lelean. Their tenacious defense has reaped them rewards close to their line.
Still advantage for knock-on.
It was lost by Nasinu. Masilava comes in and gets his man. Now they get it out. Navukitu, a slippery customer, tries to free up the winger, and Etueni Thau loses the ball forward. This young man, Ratu Etueni Thau, joined Lelean this year from CMF College.
Nasinu find themselves in very familiar territory here. They've been in Lelean's half 80% of the time so far, and they continue to chip away at a very strong and firm defense.
While we're just waiting for this scrum, William, what about Navatu Secondary School?
Congratulations, Navatu Secondary School.
Coach!
Wow, Navatu beating RKS in the under-19 semi-final. What a moment for the team from Navatu. Nasinu getting it through. Bose Nangali. Tawake gets it out. Masilada this time losing his footing there. Honorio. Ulukatikati. They line up on the short side here. Nasinu. They get it out. Will they get in the corner? Another great defensive effort from Lelean. Boy. They survive again. Now Lelean, instead of kicking it out, they put it in the middle of the park and trusting their defense and runners as well. Look at that. Another masterclass effort from Lelean in defense, and now they've turned the tide and are on attack. Lelean Memorial. Nasinu is under pressure here. Ball comes out, and just like that, Ulukatikati gets them downtown again, but here's the danger man. Navukitu slips out of 1, 2, gets the ball out the side door and tries to free up Etueni Thau. Will they get the penalty? Nasinu, no. Charging through Veiteve. Another carry this time. Makasiale. This is Pangapo, driven back by the Nasinu captain. They are equal in numbers out there in defense. Nasinu trying to work his way through. Ratu Imbao. Taking it through is the skip and Downy Tutu. Pangapo once again. Lost on the floor. Here comes Nasinu. It's Vakandranu right on the 22. Play on.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Masilada puts it downfield. Well placed out there. That's Vikainuku, and another drop ball from Lelean. That was close, isn't it?
Tit for tat, and this is the first time that we've seen Lelean just getting out of jail after being pinned for 80% of the possession and territory inside their own 22. Finally they get out, but there's a lot of resurgence from Nasinu Secondary School.
Coach!
So Lelean,
Mine!
I get the feed. Isimeli Ndavu.
Sit!
Bola Koro. Standing off there, and they lost it at the back. Nasinu. A mistake by Mateo Tawaki.
Half back, eh?
Well, it was a forced error on the scrum. The big scrum from Lelean affected the execution of that ball. The halfback, it was the last feet down, I think from the number 8 or from the loose, and that affected that execution for the halfback for Nasinu. But again, it comes back to the defensive line of Lelean Memorial School, the ability to hold the defense, turning it into attack.
Now Lelean with Ndavu. Downey Tutu lets it go. Bola Koro
Stay!
sees the space. Gets it in there for Rusangoli of Nasinu. Rusangoli loses it. Backwards.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Here goes Nasinu. Oh, he's got his foot in touch. That was Wangadi Kaulotu trying to run away from Ratuetueni Thau Thau. Failed to do so. Got a chance to test his speed. Wangadi Kaulotu.
Number 12, Nasinu.
Copybook tackle from Thau Thau, using the touchline as the 16th man for Lelean.
David,
So this is one of
Advantage, side
Lelean's
entry.
strength there, driving
Number
balls.
6.
They've been doing that well this season. Josiah Taurisao. Ndavu gets it out.
No advantage.
They'll come back for that advantage.
Number 6, side entry.
Side entry against the
Side.
Nasinu skipper, Maika Tuivanga. While this Nasinu side, Tuivanga and the center, outside center, Tomasi Ndaulali, they featured in that final against RKS last year. So two survivors from the team that made last year's final. And remember, Nasinu played in the DEANS final in 2024 and last year as well. So this year they've made the top 4 once again. So they've been consistent.
Definitely, and that's resulted now in the first penalty. It taken 22 minutes to get to this point. Shows how evenly matched out, both on paper and also on the field. These two teams are Lelean versus Nasinu Secondary School. There wasn't going to be a try because they're so defensively strong on the line. It's going to first come down to the penalty. And this is the first in 22 minutes.
Well, he's missed it there, Navukitu. And Rusangoli gets his kick downtown. Lelean this time. Bit casual there from Lelean. Nasinu will need to be careful. He was on his feet. The prop. Nasinu setting their line, but Lelean comes back. Ndavu lays it up there for Thau Thau. And they've made a mess of that one as Nasinu regroups and capitalizes on this. Can they go further and get points on the board? Now they go through Matalau and Fonorito out there. Look at that from the hooker, Vakandranu. Penalty will come here for Lelean. What about that?
The understanding of where the breakdown is, and that's the mistake that Vakandranu did. He was isolated and fell right in front of two loose men who gladly turned over the possession.
Boy, there were two of them there, the Lelean players. They got down and made the turnover. So they are choosing their battles at the breakdown, Lelean.
Bola Nasinu. Nasinu.
Right in front. The front jumper gets it. Off the back comes Makasiale, who loses it. Here's the inside center, Honorio Ulukatikati. Look at that from Jimmy Masilava. Frees up the winger. He needs support. Can he go all the way? In Daulali, one of the players who featured in the final last year for Nasinu, carried through by his midfield partner, Ulukatikati. Numbers to the right for Nasinu, but they go through the middle again, and another turnover at the breakdown by Lelean. That's one of their strengths this season. Boy, they're winning the collision battle, Lelean. Unlucky again there, Nasinu. Bedeli Ratuimbao gets it out. They're inside their 22. They play it short this time. It's Dauna Kamakama who comes in. They need a good exit. Davu is there with it, and a little slide knock on from Lelean.
Definitely, it's the errors that turns the direction of the game. That one knock-on earlier in the collision made a difference in the direction of the game. With this kind of heavy conditions, the team settling first into the game, able to adjust under those heavy, difficult conditions, is adjusting well. And in that case, it looks like it's Lelean right now. The defensive play, Lelean is not wasting men in the breakdown of the tackle. They do it very simple. One man, one-on-one tackle, get the job done, and they're out.
It was dropped by Ndavu. Out it comes. Tawake. Getting in there is Rusangoli. Daulali once again. Gets the ball out. Rusangoli, and he misses it. Choti Wanga di Kaulotu. Lelean survives again. 26 minutes gone. Nil all.
And territory and possession all in favor of Nasinu. In my stats and numbers, Nasinu has majority upper hand of this game. They should have now scored 3 converted tries. But Lelean is holding on and just shutting down everything. The question is, how much more can Lelean hold, and how much more can Nasinu throw?
Fine. Set.
Still under pressure here, Lelean. Nasinu trying to put pressure. They get it out of play. That's a good clearing kick. Taking into account the strong breeze that is up against Lelean. Good clearing kick by Ratuada Bolakoro. Two line breaks so far from the Nasinu centers, Honorio Ulukatikati and Tomasin Daulali. Free kick for Lelean. The halfback, that was Ndavu.
Stay.
A short one for Mbolakoro. Gets it off the floor for Pangapo. Pangapo does it through. Ball is available there for Nasinu. Again, they're playing under pressure. They get the ball out to Ratuetueni Dhaudhau. Dhaudhau met by Vivila, the Nasinu lock. Taken through. Falemaka. Joseph rather. And again on the outside, there's space. There's space for Lelean. Ratu Imbau. Stepping his way through is Thika Inuku. Here comes Lelean. The Lelean fans are on their feet here at the stadium. No one wants to take their seats. They go on the short side. Nasinu trying to hold up Veiteve. Ball is available for Lelean. Here they go and they are over the line. Is that a try? Try given. Lelean Memorial School, and just like that, defending their line for about 6 or so minutes, they get to enemy's territory, they go away with points. And I think it's the lock who's got it.
Look at that determination. Nasinu was, I guess they had lost a bit of air in the tanks, having backpedaling when they were just moments ago on the other side of the field. It takes a lot out of the team. But one thing is for sure, defense wins games. And Lelean, on paper, they have lost the entire game, only to come back to score a try that did not look statistically correct. And they have just proved that they're here to win.
Boy, this is tough conditions to play in, but Lelean up by 5 points. Look at these, the two props going in there to provide assistance as well, Veiteve and Makasiale. They get it downfield, and here he comes once again, the man who started that run moments ago, Thika Inuku.
That just shows how windy it has become now here at the HFC Bank Stadium. The wind is now carrying heavy particles, and it is cold freezing, which means each and every player out there has had to work double overtime. If any game plan or strategy that they're bringing onto the field, they did not train for these conditions. So that's a lot of demand going on the body.
Down Nakama gets that for Lelean and also Falemaka. Pangapo comes through. Davu. Bola Koro. Space for Lelean.
Suka, hey!
So Lelean at the back. They go downfield again. That's the more sensible option. There was a late tackle, I think, on Nabukitu. So Lelean get the penalty. The winner will play either Rahai or Super Grammar in the final next week. Grammar and Ra playing at Churchill Park. Nasinu. The fullback is Rusengoli, but this is Masilata. Inside is 22. Under pressure, Masilata. So the game plan that was there from the whole week is now out the door.
It's out the door. It's flown out of the HFC Bank Stadium. It's now to put on the poker face, and you gotta do what you want training to do. And the team that is able to think outside the box and have big thinking mentality is gonna come out on top. And one thing for sure is Lelean. They got into this game, they did not focus on attacking, they focused on defending. And while they were defending, they were slowly understanding their opponents, and that has resulted in their try 5 points to nil.
That's what Ra High School did well against Ratu Kandavulevu last week. They were in front, and when they came in after the break in the second spell, every opportunity they had, they kicked it into the opposition territory and applied pressure. That's all they did. Their tactical kicking last week
Overextending.
was right on the money. But here we are playing under these conditions, and two teams, quality teams, who have the opportunity to go and play in the national finals. What can they do? And how can the coaches come up with a new plan? But for Lelean, theirs is working at the moment. Peeling off that maul was Makasiale. They go again. Watch out for these, William. This is what they've been doing well the whole season, especially when they are 5 meters out from the line. They go again. Daunakamakama and Falemaka working hard, the two locks. Makasiale started it. They pick and go. They go over the line. It held up. Held up.
Goal line dropout. Half time.
What a defense, and this time Nasinu. They defend also, which is really positive for them as they head to the locker room. Nasinu has shown now that they are also a defensively strong team. The message, the strategy that is going to be passed in the next 10 minutes is going to decide the outcome of the following 35 minutes.
So that's the first 35 minutes. Done and dusted. Lelean, an unconverted try is the difference at halftime. Lelean 5. You will struggle.
Well, it's very difficult when you didn't train under these conditions, even throughout the week, even during captain's run yesterday. And all of a sudden, you're blessed with this kind of weather. That's a lot to adjust to. And both these two teams, the next team to settle first, will get the front foot forward going.
So, they get it out. Davu this time. Bolakoro sees the space. Maybe that's the plan in the second half for Lelean Memorial. And they've managed to come up with the reward. The inside center, Chuta Tokula gets it. Speeding out of that one is Falemaka. Standing off is Ndauni Tutu. Hands it off to Ndauna Kamakama.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. And going back in field. Oh, here's a break by the fly half. He's short of the try line. Bolakoro.
Advantage offside. Offside.
Lelean, this team,
Pink offside.
they made the under-16 final in 2024 and the under-17 final last year. They're trying to get across the line again this time around, and it's the hooker, Aseri Tangivakimbao, who manages to get across. They're trying to cross another final this year. Well-worked try, Aseri Tangivakimbao. It comes off another brilliant play and good thinking, smart rugby from the fly half, Ratu Adam Bolakoro, who first came up with that chip kick, William.
use it or lose it, or you will get punished. And Lelean proved that from the first half. This is a team that will not tolerate anything less than the best high-level rugby. They are seasoned champions. They've been here before, and they are ready to punish any team that does not give them a very good competition. And this is the second time a spillover ball, and Lelean uses it and capitalize, and they score first. A converted try on the second half, and they are in celebration mode.
Nabukitu knocks the kick over. Lelean extending its lead. 12-0. The hooker. Aseri Tangitha Kimbao from Namalavau in Tailevu. Another player who joined Lelean this year. Joining Lelean from Sila Central. Aseri Tangitha Kimbao.
Leva, clear off.
Charged down by Nasinu. Play on. They have their backs towards the wall now, Nasinu.
Oh, Timuri.
How can they react to this 12-point lead? Running out of room on the outside. Lelean winger. Brother Nasinu winger Chochi Wanga di Kaulotu. Lelean gets it in front. Ndavu can't run away from Wanga di Kaulotu.
Play on for me.
This is the other winger, Pitandau Zakazaka. Oh, links up beautifully with Rusangoli. Ball is loose. Lelean manages to win it on the floor.
Break off. Kendara kay Correa. So knock on by Lelean first. Gay blue. Knock on.
There were two knock-ons. First one from Lelean. $12-0. Lelean. They're doing well.
Crouch!
So it's full time at Churchill Park. William, Suva Grammar 51, Ra High School 0.
Well, that's the kind of result that separates teams who understand knockout stages. Ra High School, congratulations on a colossal performance, but I feel their grand final was last week at Tavua's Gave Park. Coming that far, eliminating RKS was good enough for them, and they will always live to that glory. But coming to the next stage, Suva Grammar understands the assignment. So the winner between these two are gonna really have to prepare over and above, because Suva Grammar, who last won, if I'm correct, in 2000 and early 2000, 1 or 3, are coming back much stronger.
So Lelean, the last time they won the Deans was in 2014. Eroni Maui was the captain of that team. Oh, they have it there. Lelean. Off they go again. Another great run by Makasiale. A new halfback is out there. Tawatatau. They get over the advantage line. Their big forwards are doing the damage. Vetaya Veiteve. The man from Lomain Naitasiri. Pick and go. Remember what I said in the first half, William. Watch out for Lelean when they get inside your 22.
And they're protecting the possession so well that their running line are crisp and clean. Watch them. They are not competing at all in the breakdown, not wasting players. just down and then they recycle,
Stay
down then they
online.
recycle. And now everyone, even the back line is there to rock, and over they go.
They are close again. Lelean, held up over the line. It's going to be an in-goal dropout.
Goal and drop out.
That's what they've been doing best this season. When they get inside the opposition territory, they are patient with the ball. They look after the ball well, and they try and make sure when they return to their own half, they get there after getting some points.
So if this is any indication to go by, Nasinu have defended their line just like Lelean did in the first half.
That's another blemish there from Lelean, and that occasion it was Raithama, the new man. And here's a little run through by Nasinu. Good work. Wangadi Kaulo to one to beat. Navuki to get him. Intercepted by Lelean. The replacement halfback Tawata Tau was back there as well. So back to square one here for Nasinu. On the outside. Kick it downfield. Nasinu needs to be careful, otherwise they'll be pinned for offside. There were players in front of the kicker. That is the call from David Voselevu.
The team that holds the discipline and remains focused for the next 20 or so minutes is going to have the advantage. Nasinu is starting to show promise, having defended their line, and the errors coming from Lelean, uncharacteristic, unlike the first half.
So this is good game management from Lelean. They know they have a 12 points buffer. They have the penalty. They got the win behind them. And when you have a kicker like Ratu Apinis and Navukiti, of course, why not? Take the shot.
And this is not something we've seen many in this game. That's how clean this game has been. Not many penalties, and it has been a lot of running hard rugby.
Navukitu. Gets it over, and Lelean extends its lead. 15 points to nil. Lelean Memorial School delivering the goods so far. We have another 24 minutes to play. Nasinu will need to be the next team to score. But Lelean doing well at the moment. They get it out again. This time, it's Ratuimbao. Loses it there. Penalty advantage for Lelean. And soon we'll see some new players on the field for Nasinu. At the bottom of your screen, you can see two players there. 19 and 20. So 19 for Nasinu's Poasa Senimbuli. And Warren Nambuda Warren Nambuda. Senimbuli and Nambuda about to go in for Nasinu.
So this is the first wholesale changes that we're seeing in both sides. Hitting the 47-minute mark, bodies are tiring out there. And the tactical exchange is very strategic, rolling on from both these two teams. The message would have been passed, and the message would have been clear. Go in, lift the game, continue to raise the standard.
Lelean also bringing in Temesia Kaumaya and Vetaya Rasea. Penalty comes for Nasinu. So Nasinu, they have 22 minutes left to play. That's still a lot of time.
Indeed, it is a lot of time. If you remember the first game of the day, we saw here in the under-15s down 19 points. only to come back to win by 2 points. So the result,
50.
indeed, the result can still sway in any direction, and do not count out Nasinu Secondary School. The way they played at Garvey Park last week, this is a team that knows how to claw their way back in the game, but they need to be patient.
No mistake by Franklin Tau. Base of the drug. Now 17 is in Apete Via for Lelean. That means Tangitha Kimbao is off. So one of the try scorers, Asiri Tangitha Kimbao, is off for Lelean. And there's a new number 8 as well for Lelean. There's a new number 8, and that means the skipper is off, or unless he's made a positional switch. Navukitu gets away from 1, 2, finds a gap, slips through on the floor, and good work by Navukitu. Tau gets it out to the Tau Risau. The big blindside flanker, bulldozing his way through the line again. Charging through this time is Makasiale. Tau goes looking for it. The ball is available, but the turnover is good for Nasinu. They survive once again, Nasinu Secondary.
It's a repeat of the first half by Lelean. Nasinu are holding their line, and if Lelean's game is anything to go by, they defended before they scored. Nasinu is doing the same exact thing. So that is hope for them. While it's only 20 minutes, 19 minutes left in this game.
Again, stolen by Nasinu up front. Nasinu, they've got a new halfback as well. Uliano Randrondo. So Navukitu. Again, that's smart play from Navukitu and Lelean. Penalty comes off his feet, not supporting his body weight there. The Lelean player who came in. Ball is loose, and here's the winger, Vikai Nuku. But I think he was taking high tech.
That is how lethal they are. They are just waiting. They are waiting on the fringes. And as we mentioned in the first half, use it or lose it, and they will punish. Lelean has done that, and the scoreboard is telling the story. They've defended, not using the opportunity. Should have been Nasinu way ahead on scores. They didn't capitalize. Lelean has punished them and leading 15 points to 0.
Well, Nasinu again, they tried to come up with an expensive play there. And Vikai Nuku nearly got away. Now Lelean goes marching in again. Veiteve this time.
Okay, leva. Lu timur Nasinu.
It is looking even more difficult now for Nasinu Secondary School. With about 16 minutes remaining in this game, they'll need to score next because Lelean are lifting their standard higher and higher and higher, and they continue to shut out everything that Nasinu is throwing at them.
Nabu Gitu spot on with the conversion. Lelean starting to slowly run away. 51-0 at Churchill Park. Suva Grammar over Ra High School. And here at the stadium, it's Lelean in front. And they are starting to walk away with this game. Losing the ball on the deck. Nasinu with the opportunity. Can they score next? And getting his man into touch. But did he tackle the man on the ground? Oh, that's okay. Mountain is
Play on, no contest,
steeper
play on.
here for
Play on, no contest.
Lelean, for Nasinu. The conversion of that try was successful. Lelean is in front now by 22 points to nothing. 14 more minutes left to play, William.
14 more minutes, and they need to score more than 3 converted tries. That is a lot of work they'll need to do. Nasinu Secondary School has done everything right, taking nothing away from their game. They've done everything right except to convert it to points, while Lelean has remained patient, stuck to their game plan, and they've converted every energy and put it right back at Nasinu.
They put it downfield. And Lelean will let it roll dead. Will go all the way back, right into Nasinu's territory. Nasinu. Time is slowly slipping away from them. How can they come back, try to get some points on the board? At least put pressure on Lelean. Nearly lost there by Nasinu. They have the opportunity now. Mosesef Uetimbao is out there for Nasinu.
Still advantage for high tackle. High tackle.
Penalty comes. Here they go, Nasinu Secondary. 5 meters out. Driven back there was Vasu Turanga, the prop. They keep it close, Nasinu. Again, Lelean holding their line. There's a new advantage for Nasinu. Referee David Vosalevu warning the Lelean players. Steal advantage. Is there a double movement? Try! Well, the on-field decision is a try, but referee David Vosalevu says, well, the GMO will need to check that after the complaints from Lelean.
All clear.
It was only a matter of time with the defensive line Nasinu was holding. They finally figured it out that they needed to first defend before they could score. And finally, it's taken a while, but they're finally on the scoreboard.
Good understanding there from the Nasinu player. Gets on the floor. He believed the tackle wasn't complete. So stretched out and got the ball over the line.
Backwards. Get it back.
Carry back is the call from the referee. We are into the final 10 minutes.
Indeed, and the pressure continues to mount, but one thing is for sure. Lelean has played with the same intensity right from the kickoff in the first whistle, and they forced this error. They've got all the substitute. The bomb squad is into the field of play for Lelean.
It comes again, and here they go. Lelean, they get in again. Casual defense from Nasinu. Boy, that looked easy.
Well, he made it look easy because he's just come onto the field of play, and there was a lot of feeble, exhausted tackles that came to him. And this number 22, he's a big unit. He's a strong unit. Now watch how he moves. Just fends off one. Gets past another, and the drifted towards the left, and then he cut towards the inside. And that sums up the game for Lelean Memorial School. They are a strong unit, very determined, and they know how to win championships.
Oh, Nabukitu. Again with another opportunity to extend the Vuilevu's lead. They got the try after Nasinu scored. Another 2 points there from Nabukitu. Look at this work from the new man, Sevanaya Naingama. Went in the Visama Tailevu lad. You know, he joined Lelean this year from New Zealand.
Amazing, and that shows in his ability to move well, and he's positioned himself so well, and to get that try as we now move into the final 6.5 minutes of this game. 22 points the difference. It's becoming very, very unlikely now for Nasinu to pull out anything special.
Well, Super Grammar School back into the Dean's final. After 4 years, they made the final in 2022. They lost to Murray's Brothers High School, 9 points to 8. But the last time they managed to get their hands on the Dean's title was way back in 2005 when they drew with Ratu Kandavulevu School.
Sit.
It's a long time coming for Sulu Grammar. After 21 years, they haven't won the Deans. Lelean, 14 years. Rather, 12 years. They last one in 2014. Nasinu. Opportunities there for Nasinu.
Play on backwards.
Comes on the side. They lose it. Here's another opportunity for Lelean. Because they are very dangerous, especially with the loose ball. They're ready to pounce. Inside the last 5 minutes. 29-7. More than 3 converted tries needed from Nasinu. Is that possible?
And they had that opportunity at first. But the defensive line from Lelean stopped that in every way possible that Nasinu could throw at them. And then converted that defense into attack and eventually scores on the board.
Sit.
So Lelean Memorial School looks set to feature in the national finals next week. But Nasinu, time is running out. I remember the prediction by the Commissioner of Police yesterday. You know, it's going to be a Nasinu-Ra final.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, that will not happen maybe in another year, because Lelean now holding the line. Nasinu, it's going to be tougher for them this time around. Lelean gets it inside the last 3 minutes. Another long-ranging kick. Will it roll dead? No, Nasinu, they get it out. Nasinu. And here's Lelean. They are on the right side of the field again, and they mount another attacking opportunity here. Denova is good, but on that occasion it was Peter Ndau Thaka, the Nasinu winger.
Get it back.
It was carried back. Here comes Chuta Tokula. Penalty comes for Lelean. Will they take the shot? Will they call up Navukitu to take another shot at goal? He's got the wind behind him. And that's what they are doing, pointing towards the sticks.
One thing you got to admire is the communication channel that's wide open for Lelean. There is no one leader. And every time that they got to make a decision, they are looking to their leadership teams in the back line, also the forwards, then finally in consultation with their captain. They are a unit and they are working in unison. And which makes sense. How they discuss the decision to come down to this penalty shows that they are a very mature team and taking that to the final. It's going to be really exciting to see the final.
Ratu Apinisa Navukitu. 10 seconds left for him. Nails another penalty, Navukitu. He's on song again with another penalty. 32-7. And it's going to be a Nasinu, or rather Lelean, Suva Grammar final.
Certainly, it's an Eastern versus Southern final. But let's turn a bit of attention to that fullback for Lelean Memorial School. Those kind of kicking skills you can't teach. And definitely that is prospect for Drua or the Warriors of the Flying Fijian or even an overseas contract. A kind of player who can win games and also kick and convert those penalties and conversions when needed the most.
32-7. I can't recall whether we've had a Lelean and Super Grammar final in the Deans. Not sure whether.
No, neither can I. That shows the changing dynamics of the game, particularly the elimination stage, the round of 16 that was introduced this year. It's really opened up play. And those teams that play the traditional format, they find that difficult, while the new ones have come in to utilize it.
Lelean with another opportunity. Inside of the last minute we go. Tawat the Tau taken out. You can't do that. You can't take out the 9. Another penalty comes. This time they take it quickly. Mbola Koro. Well, they call up Navukitu once more. Super Grammar and Lelean final for the 2026 Under-18 Super Deans. In the Raluve Under-18, Lomeri and MGM. In the Under-19, it's Lelean and Navatu. RKS and Super Grammar in the Under-17. QVS and Super Grammar in the Under-16. Under-15, Marist and RKS. And Ratu Navula, QVS in the Under-14. All is available here for Lelean Memorial. Will they have the final say? Another penalty comes. There's the final hooter. Lelean, the Blues, march on to the final, where they'll play Super Grammar School. What a moment for Lelean Memorial School. 2014 was the last time they lifted the title. Super Grammar School 2005.
Indeed, that's such an exciting matchup, but for Nasinu Secondary School, they're certainly going to take a lot of learnings from today. And that certainly is that they need to convert every single effort and not leave it to chance. Because Lelean has certainly converted all their efforts back into their own scoreline. So for Nasinu, they have taken the hard lessons, while Lelean Memorial School will march on to the grand final next week against Super Grammar.
Well, to those who are watching from around the globe, Lelean and Nasinu Old Scholars, Super Grammar Old Scholars, and of course the Ra Old Scholars. It's Lelean and Grammar who march through to the final. Bulavinaka to those watching from Dunedin in New Zealand. The Lelean fans who are already celebrating the win, the Lelean Old Scholars in Dunedin. Thank you for joining us. Lelean lives to fight for another week. They'll go back, regroup, reset. Same as Super Grammar School, but Nasinu, consistent over the past 3 years. 2 finals, and now a top 4 finish for them as well.
Well, I tell you what, they're building and continue to build. They will return stronger next time, taking the learnings as Lelean kicks it out, and they will return from the final next week.
So congratulations, Lelean Memorial School, 32 points to 7 winners over Nasinu Secondary. What a moment for them. They lost the under-14 and under-15 quarterfinals. They made the finals in the under-16 and under-17, and now in the under-18, 3 finals in a row for the Lelean Memorial School. I'm talking about this group. Finalist in 2024 in the under-16, finalist last year in the under-17, and finalist again in 2026, but this time some say it will be their year, but they have Super Grammar next in line. So who will it be? That moment will be decided next week at this same venue. when Lelean takes on Suva Grammar School in the final. From all of us here at the stadium and of course the crew at Buckers Park, Nisa Modern will